Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Truck driver robbed, shot in Monique St. Anne. A truck driver was robbed of his vehicle and cash before being shot and wounded in Monique St. Anne on Thursday afternoon. The injured man, who is said to be 47 years old and is reportedly from Linstead, St. Catherine, has since been hospitalized in serious but stable condition. It was reported that around 1:15 p.m., the truck driver was at a hardware store in 3 Miles, St. Andrew, when a man chartered him to pick up plyboards in Monique St. Anne. On reaching Monique, the police said he was led to a Holt Street to a house where 2 other men armed with guns were waiting. Police reports that the gunmen attacked and robbed the driver of $35,000, his driver's license, and his Isuzu motor truck, which was reportedly valued at $2.5 million. One of the gunmen fired 2 shots in his direction, and he was hit in his right side. The police were informed, and he was taken to hospital where he was admitted. Police have since launched a search for the truck and the gunmen. The Monique police are investigating. Bar manager's alleged killer gets $800,000 bail. A man accused of fatally stabbing a bar manager at his St. James residence earlier this month has been granted bail in the sum of $800,000. 23-year-old Jamar Hines was granted bail following a successive application by his attorney, Chuma Paris. The application was made before presiding judge Sasha Marie Smith-Ashley during Wednesday's sitting. The clerk of court informed the court that a number of documents, including the post-mortem report and the toxicology report, were still outstanding. Hines was granted bail on condition that he report to a specific police station on fixed days each week and reside at a specified address in the parish. He was also ordered to surrender his travel documents, and a stop order will be imposed on all ports to prevent him from leaving the country. A committal hearing has since been scheduled for November 2nd, and the prosecution's bundle should be served on the defense by October 18. According to police reports, on August 9 at about 6:30 p.m., residents saw the suspect allegedly stabbing a man and alerted the police. Green was found lying on his veranda in blood with multiple stab wounds in his upper body. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. American fined $250,000 after armor found in bag at St. James Airport. An American man was fined $250,000 or 30 days in jail in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday after being held with ammunition at the Sangstead International Airport in Montego Bay in St. Parish. Kamal Watt, a 25-year-old software engineer of Wilbert Street in the United States, pleaded guilty to unauthorized possession of ammunition before presiding judge Sasha Marie Smith-Ashley. In mitigation, Watt's lawyer Henry McCurdy told the court that his client got married on October 19 and came to Jamaica for his honeymoon. He pleaded with the judge to be lenient, stating that his client, a licensed firearm holder who placed the bullets in a bag in his knapsack but later forgot about it. Smith-Ashley considers Watt's earthly guilty plea and his previous good character, concluding that he appeared to be a productive member of society based on what his lawyer said in the mitigation. Your lawyer also indicates that it was an oversight on your part, which has now cost you, the judge added before imposing the fine. She also directed that no fingerprints be taken for him. According to police reports, at about 8:15 a.m., Watt arrived in Jamaica, and while at the security point, his knapsack bag was scanned and the abnormalities were detected. A search was conducted and a bag containing 20 9mm cartridges was reportedly found. When cautioned, Watt reportedly said, "Officer, I did not remember it. It was in my bag. It was an honest mistake." Woman accused of stealing $147,000 from employer begins restitution payment. A woman accused of stealing over $140,000 from her employer began making payments towards her restitution at a hearing in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday. Elaine Baker, who hails from the parish, has been charged with embezzlement. According to the court records, Baker was employed by the complainant to work at a bar. Between March 1 to March 21, she removed money from the tilled amount to $147,000 for her personal gain. When confronted by the complainant, she confessed to taking the money. The court was further told on Wednesday that there was an out-of-court agreement to repay the money, but that was not followed through on, resulting in the matter being taken to the police. During Wednesday's hearing, Baker told the court that she had $15,000 to begin restitution payments. the case was temporarily adjourned to allow the parties to participate in a mediation session with a mediator in court. When the matter was revisited, the court was informed that Baker had agreed to pay $62,500 by September 30. Presiding Judge Sasha Marie Simit Ashley then extended Baker's bail until October 2nd, when she will confirm whether the $62,500 was paid. Investigation into SSL fraud reveals 70 affected accounts, up from previously reported 40, as well as an entrenched culture of gross mismanagement. The investigation into fraudulent activities at Stock and Securities Limited (SSL) has revealed that there are approximately 70 affected accounts, which have increased the size of the fraud by millions of United States dollars. 40 accounts were identified in the initial phase of the investigation. The Financial Investigations Division (FID) said in a statement that the investigation also revealed what is described as an entrenched culture of gross mismanagement dating back well over a decade. FID Director General Selvin Hill noted the investigators identified other fraudulent schemes at SSL amounting to over $10 million. Meanwhile, FID Principal Director of Investigations Keith Darren anticipates the arrest and charge of other actors involved in the multi-fraudulent scheme recently discovered before the next court date. So far, Jean Panton is the only person charged in relation to the SSL case. The SSL fraud investigation involved multiple entities including the police, the Financial Services Commission, the US-based Federal Bureau of Investigations, UK-based forensics accounting and intelligence firm Cole Associates, and the Asset Recovery Interagency Network for the Caribbean. Some of the affected investors, included Usain Bolt, have filed claim in court in a bid to recover his funds.
The investigation is progressing with the application of the highest professional standards. It has taken on new dimensions which are wider than first expected. What is being uncovered is that there are approximately 70 affected accounts, and this is significantly more than the just over 40 affected accounts that were uncovered at the initial stage. The investigation has also identified other fraudulent schemes at SSL which have resulted in the misappropriation and or loss of numerous investors' funds amounting to over $10 million. The FID is robustly pursuing various lines of inquiry and taking all necessary steps to lead evidence-based prosecutions in the court at the appropriate time against all guilty parties, to include Ms. Panton and other perpetrators.
The duration of the fraudulent activities, as well as the variety of fraud, have resulted in the investigative process taking an extended period. Prosecuting financial crimes requires meticulous evidence gathering to ensure success in the court and to follow the money so that any illicit funds or assets may be identified, restrained, and recovered. Before the next court date, we anticipate the arrest and charge of other actors involved in the multiple fraudulent schemes recently discovered. There are certain deliberate actions being taken to support the increased investigative efficiency. Our investigators have contacted the affected parties via email and phone calls, but the responses have been short of encouraging. We continue to appeal to those affected to contact the FID. It is a critical part of seeking justice through the courts.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell